measures which are used to motivate people to improve their performance. The extra money which you are paying to the employees, that is called as bonus. Empowerment means giving more autonomy and powers to the subordinates. Hello everyone, I am Purnima, faculty in the Department of Commerce, Vidhyaashram Pre-University College, Temple of Excellence. In this session 4 on directing, we will be discussing about the various types of incentives which will motivate a person. So as we'll just look into what are the various incentives. So we should understand, before we just know what is a financial and a non-financial incentive, let us look into what is the meaning of the word incentive. Incentive means all measures which are used to motivate people to improve their performance. So it is incentive means all those things which you are offering to the people to improve their performance. That is what we call as an incentive. If you can see here, he is offering a incentive of money. So this is an incentive. So we call it as a financial incentive. So he is offering money to get the job done. So let us look into what is a financial incentive and what are the non-financial incentives. So in this, we should understand that a promise of a bonus, it is a financial incentive, or you are offering a certain amount of money in order to get the job done. So that we call it as financial incentive. So it may be a higher pay or bonus or allowance or something like that. Now, in the context of existing economic system, money has become a means to satisfy the physical needs of daily life and also of obtaining social position and power. Yes, so we all correlate success to money. So if a person is very wealthy, then we consider him as successful. So why we consider him as successful? Because he has all the money to get all the comforts in life. So if he has a lot of money, he can afford to live in a very big bungalow, move around in very big cars, wear all the branded clothes, and he can have a high standard of living. So we always associate success with money. Now we should understand that money is a most important factor in the present economic system. So if you want to live a comfortable life, it is essential for all of us to have earn money to lead a comfortable life. Now let us look into what is the meaning of financial incentive. The financial incentive refers to incentives which are in direct monetary form or measurable in monetary term to motivate people for better performance. So they may be provided on individual or group basis. So financial incentives means they are offered in monetary forms. So money, what is the money which is needed and what is the amount you are offering as motivation and how it will motivate the people. So this is the financial incentive. So whatever money you are offering, that becomes the motivating factor, and these incentives may be provided on individual or group basis. So you can offer the incentive on an individual basis or as a group basis. As a group as a whole, you are just offering this incentive. Then next, the financial incentives, we'll just look into what are the various types of financial incentives which are offered for the people in the organization. So first thing is pay and allowances. Now pay, this is the salary which the person is drawing. For every employee, salary is the basic monetary incentive. Now we should understand that the basic salary is for what the individual will be working from 9 to 5 in the organization. Now this basic salary, it will include the basic pay, dearness allowance and other allowances. The salary system consists of regular increments in the pay every year and enhancement of allowances from time to time. So it includes basic pay, whatever is the basic pay which is offered. Then DA, what is this DA or the dearness allowance? So it is the allowance given to the persons who are living in cities where in certain cities or the metro cities of India where the living will be very, very costly. So this is an allowance offered to those persons who are living in metro cities of India. And then other allowances, some other allowances like the HR, the house rent allowance, or it may be the leave travel allowance, or it may be the education allowance. So there are so many allowances which are offered to all the employees in addition to the basic pay and DA. So all these allowances will help the person to lead a better standard of living. And this salary system consists of regular increments in pay every year. So we should not be offering a particular pay scale every year after year. That will become boring for the employee. So he should be given a raise every year. So it may be a 10% raise or a 20% raise in his income, and then also a raise in the allowances, enhancement of allowances from time to time. So allowances will also be enhanced along with the basic pay. So this will act as a motivating or the boosting factor for each of the individuals. Then the second financial incentive is the productivity linked wage incentives. So as the name itself suggests, the productivity linked wage incentive means linking payment of wages to increase in productivity. So the greater you produce, the amount of productivity, when it rises, the incentive also rises. So depending on the productivity of each of the individual, you just offer a bigger pay package. So the more efficient you are, the more you will earn. So in this productivity linked package, we should understand that each person will be given a target to be reached at the end of each day. So if he has to produce at least 100 units per day, then if he reaches more than that limit, then he will be offered a better incentive. So this productivity linked wage incentives are linked to the productivity. So depending on the number of units produced or the number of units sold, so it is usually used where the productivity can be quantified in proper terms. So otherwise we cannot just have this productivity linked wages. So if it is a salesman, you set a target for him for achieving a sales target each day or at the end of each week or at the end of each month, and based on his performance you decide his incentive. So if it is the production sector or the manufacturing sector, the target will be fixed for each week or each day, and based on that his incentive will be decided. Then in this financial incentive, the third one is bonus. So a bonus is offered over and above the wages and salary. So whatever is the wages and salary, the extra money which you are paying to the employees, that is called as bonus. So this bonus can be given, usually it will be given during the festive season or whenever the employees have any occasion of celebration. So it may be a wedding in the family, or it may be something which is related to satisfy a basic need of the individuals. So a bonus is something which satisfies the needs of the individual. So it is something which is offered over and above the wages and salary of the employees. So it is the extra money which you are giving to the workers in the organization, and it may be in the form of a festival bonus. You can call it as a Deepavali bonus or Christmas bonus or something like that. So this will be an extra income for the individuals. Then the next type of financial incentive is profit sharing. The profit sharing is meant to provide a share to the employees in the profits of the organization. So we should understand that the employees, it is only through the efforts of the employees the organization has been able to earn profits. So whatever the profits the organization has earned, it is shared among the employees. So this sort of profit sharing will instill a sense of belongingness to the organization, and they will become the boost morale of the employees, and it will make them more loyal towards the organization. So this profit sharing is another important financial incentive. Then the next important financial incentive is co-partnership or the stock option plan. So in this co-partnership or the stock option plan, employees are offered companies' shares at a set price which is lower than the market price. Sometimes the management may allot shares in line of various incentives payable in cash. So this co-partnership or the stock option plan. So in this sort of stock option plan, the shares of the company are offered to the employees. We can also call this as the sweat shares, or these shares are earned by the employees of the organization. So whatever is the market price of the shares of such a company, these shares or these sweat shares will be offered to the employees at a lower price which they can make use of, and these shares are offered as incentive. The management may allot these shares as incentives payable in cash. So instead of offering cash to the employees, they may offer these shares to the employees. In this way, the employees also become the owners of the company where they will be working. So it will instill a sense of belongingness and loyalty, and also boost the morale of the workers in the organization. Then next type of a financial incentive is retirement benefits. So there are so many retirement benefits, that is the provident fund, pension, gratuity, which provide financial security to employees after their retirement. This acts as an incentive when they are in service in the organization. So you are providing for the retirement benefits of the individual. So when he is already working in the organization, so he will be just saving a part of his money as provident fund. So through this provident fund or the pension plan or this gratuity, all these benefits are offered to those persons who work for a very long time, one single organization. So all these things will help him to lead a comfortable retired life. So after their retirement, they will be able to lead a comfortable life, and because of which, so he will be working in that organization. So he has no tensions, because retired life is secured, because whatever a part of his salary will be going as provident fund, it will be saved as provident fund, or it will be coming to him back as a pension during his retirement years. So he will feel safe and secure in the service of the organization. Then the next type of financial incentive is perquisites. Now what do you mean by perquisites? Perquisites or fringe benefits. Now this fringe benefits or perquisites, they are offered such as car allowance, housing and medical aid, and education to children over and above the salary. They help to provide motivation to employees and managers. So these perquisites or the fringe benefits, they are offered. So what kind of fringe benefits they are giving? They may give a car itself with a chauffeur driven car, or they may give housing facilities, or they may give the education facilities to the children of the employees, or they may give the hospital facilities, or it may be they have tied up with some of the hospitals where these employees of this organization can be offered a treatment at a discounted rate. All these benefits are called as perquisites, which will be a motivating factor for the employees. So they provide motivation to the employees and managers. So next we look into what are the non-financial incentives. So in the non-financial incentives, all the needs of the individuals are not satisfied by money alone. Psychological, social and emotional factors play an important role in providing motivation. So in our Maslow's hierarchy of needs, we have understood that various needs of man which has to be satisfied. So in this non-financial needs, we have to understand that man cannot be motivated by money alone. So many psychological, social and emotional needs which play an important role in motivation. Now, what are the psychological needs? What are the social needs? And what are the emotional needs which we will see in this non-financial incentive? So, just let us see. The first non-financial incentive is the status. Now, what do you mean by status? Status means ranking of positions in the organization. Now, what is this ranking of position? Whether you are in the top level, whether you are in the middle level, or whether you are in the lowest level of the organization, that depends your ranking in the organization. So, authority, responsibility, rewards, recognition, perquisites, prestige of the job indicate the status given to a person holding a managerial position. So, along with the job position he is holding, there will be some sort of authority and responsibility fixed along with that, and along with that they will also be given some certain perquisites. So he may be given a very big bungalow to live in, or he may be given a chauffeur-driven car by the company. All these things they add to his perquisites. So this status attached to a particular job title, that will be a motivating factor for some of the employees working in the organization. They don't want to go in only for monetary things. So even non-monetary things also, they just motivate the employees. Then next one. In the second one, we have this organizational climate. The organization climate is very warm, then it will be a motivating factor. So it describes an organization and distinguish one organization from the other. So these characteristics influence the behavior of individuals in the organization. So in organizational climate means what is the degree of individual autonomy each person has, what is the risk taking, what is the kind of a recognition he is having in the organization, what is his comfort zone in the organization. All this will decide the organizational climate. So this will be the second important factor. So if the individual is given lot of freedom to do his job, then he can perform better. If there are more opportunities for exhibiting his creative inherent talents, then that will be a motivating factor for some of the employees. So in this way, we should understand that if the organizational climate is suitable for the growth of an individual in his career, then that will be a motivating factor for him. Then the third type of a non-financial incentive is career advancement opportunity. Now, what is this career advancement opportunity? So, every individual wants to grow in the career. So, he does not want to remain in the same position as he is when he started off his career. So there should be opportunities for growth. Now, what are the various kinds of opportunities that organization can offer? So they should offer appropriate skill development programs, sound promotion policies that will help the employees to achieve promotions. So every individual should be offered the proper skill development programs. So time and again we should give them skill development programs, promotion policies, so that when he performs well, he will be able to occupy a higher position in the organization. So this is relating to career advancement opportunity. The next type of a non-financial incentive is job enrichment. So what is job enrichment? It is concerned with designing jobs that include greater variety of work content, higher level of knowledge and skill, and give workers more autonomy, more responsibility, provide opportunity for personal growth and meaningful work experience. So this has become more relevant nowadays with the advent of IT companies. We see that the non-performers are ruthlessly driven out of the jobs. The ones who perform well, they will be retained by the company. So in this job enrichment, we should understand that we should design jobs with greater variety of work content. So if you give the same job again and again, the person will feel bored. So we should see that there is a greater variety in what the job each person is doing, along with which requires higher level of knowledge and skill. And then the job should also give him greater autonomy and power. So he should be free to use his creative talent and do the job, and also it should give him an opportunity for personal growth, and there should be also meaningful work experience. So when the job has all these things, it will lead to job enrichment, and this job enrichment itself will be a motivating factor for the individual. So when a person goes out on a new job, he will expect all these things to be in his job, and if he finds that he has all these in his job, it is included, his job is enriched with all these things, he will be the most satisfied person. Then the next type of non-financial incentive is employee recognition programs. Now, what do you mean by employee recognition? So recognition means the show of appreciation. So whenever he or she has achieved a target, or he has reached a certain milestone in the company, he should be shown some appreciation and recognition. So this recognition, it may be in the form of a congratulatory letter, or you can always display that letter of achievement of that person in the notice board of the company, or you can also have an award installing ceremony where you have a ceremony and award the persons who have achieved well. So these are the various forms wherein you can just give the employee the due recognition for having achieved something great in his job. So it may be in the form of praise, or it may be in the form of acknowledging his achievements, some mementos in recognition of his achievements. Then next important non-financial incentive is job security. Now, employees want certain stability of future income and work, so they do not feel worried on these aspects and work with greater zeal. So when the employee is under constant threat, that if he is always threatened that he will be removed from his job, so he will have the sense of insecurity while doing his job. So when he knows that his job is fully secured and there is no threat to his job, he can expect a future income, stability of future income, and his future is settled, then he will be feeling highly motivated, and without any fear, he can just do his job well. So all this can be got if the person has job security. Then the next important non-financial incentive is employee participation. So you can see that all these employees are planning, they are involved in plans for the organization. So this employee participation means involving employees in decision making issues are related to them. Programs in practice are in the form of joint management committees, work committees, canteen committees, etc. So employee participation means you are involving the employees in decision making. So whatever decisions are related to the employees should be taken in consultation with the employees. So whoever are the leaders who are recognized among the employees, they should be invited whenever any policy decision is to be taken. So, when this is done, the employees can give valuable suggestions to the management to improve the quality of the services provided, or they can give valuable suggestions so that it will benefit both the organization and the employees. Now, if you can take some of the examples of employee participation, it can be joint management committees which are working, that is a committee which is set up wherein you will find the members of the top management along with representation from the employees. Then we have the work committees. So, work committee also will have representation from the employees and the management, and then the canteen committees. So, these canteen committees, there are various committees which are formed with the participation or representation of the employees so that they involve themselves in management, and which will also lead to a better understanding between the management and the employees. Now, the next non-financial incentive is employee empowerment. Empowerment means giving more autonomy and powers to the subordinates. So, when you are giving them greater freedom to do the job, when you are giving them more authority and more responsibility to do the job, so that will be a motivating factor to some of the employees. They feel more empowered to do the job. So, this sort of empowerment will be a motivating factor for the employees. So, you give them some sort of, you are giving them a position, and along with that some sort of a responsibility which will fulfill his esteem needs, and as a result of which he gets more and more motivated. So, in this session on direction, I have just discussed the various incentives offered, that is financial and non-financial incentives which have been offered to the employees. I hope you have all understood this session on direction. Thank you.